When you talk about the deterioration of health, you have these three categories: cognitive decline, decline in loss and function of our physical body, and then emotional health deterioration. Why emotional health deterioration?
Why have I included that?
Yeah, why have you included that?
Well, I mean, maybe I'll just take a step back and say where I kind of put these all in perspective. So, the title of the book, right, is Outlive: The Science and Art of Longevity. And what is longevity? Well, longevity is really about two things. It's about the length of life, and the word for that is lifespan, but it's about the quality of life, and the word for that is health span. And it's health span that has those three components you just described. Health span, meaning quality of life, is determined by your cognitive function. So what's your processing speed? What's your executive function? What's your memory? All of these things. It's determined by your physical health. How much strength do you have? Are you free from pain? How much endurance do you have? What capacity do you have to do whatever you want to do physically? Are you limited in any way by pain, strength, movement, balance, etc.? And then the final piece is emotional health. What's the state of your relationships? Do you have joy in your life? Do you have a sense of purpose? Are you happy? Not all the time, right? But do you have the capacity to regulate your emotions? And so now to answer your question, why would that be included? Well, the truth of the matter is it wasn't something I always included, right? It wasn't something I necessarily thought much about until it was, I think, very starkly pointed out to me by a very astute therapist who, in observing my own struggles in life, said something to the effect of, isn't it really ironic that you're putting so much energy into helping people live longer, and yet you are paying no attention to your own misery? And I think that was, and that was about 6 years ago. And that was kind of when I realized I needed to rethink my approach to this problem. And as I write about in the book, I think I would make the case today that if your emotional health is suffering, none of the others really matter that much. So what you really need to do is think about a way to have all of these things in order.